the way the Muscle Band passive works, it's a second damage source when you cut across with those autos, which means when you're contesting last hits, even on just Audinos, you get that kind of second chance to get that final secure.
That is true. Well, let's head into game number 2. Both of these Dragonites headed into the central area again. I mean, a second verse, same as the first, but it definitely worked for one side of it better.
We see Snorlax and Zarina in the top path, and Aegislash and Hoopa in the bottom path here. I'm going to be really interested to see if this Aegislash bottom path is something we continue to see throughout the weekend.
2 one-on-ones happening in this bottom path on either side. Hoopa's fighting on the beach here. Chobo gets the reset. Oh! Aerie steals Chobo's berry.
This is a huge, this is Hoopa going down huge first knockout here, and now you're 2-1 into the other Aegislash, getting another knockout here almost assuredly.
Woollon actually is able to get some base healing so they escape.
Yeah, the potion there as well, I believe, helping them, securing a lot of last hits at almost level 5, but the Dragonite hitting early from KST, meaning that that push was completely unsuccessful.
All right, so KST has to come down extremely early, getting a full clear, but it has to come and help out here. S4L, though, has both buffs, and they get the KO on the Hoopa. Orangutan is not allowed to go home.
Ring the knockout bell. That Hoopa is getting sent back to the Pokemon Center, not the base to heal up here, as we see a huge knockout coming for S4L on the opposing center here as well.
S4L with a great chase down. That electric auto, boosted auto attack, gonna be stunning you in place for a second there. Oh, great enemy Orangutan. Wraith going and charging in now, trying to utilize that muscle band to get damage and knock out this central area Pokemon and steal those 2 buffs hovering underneath them.
The big thing that stands out to me from that bottom engagement there was just how well No-Show split up those wild Pokemon, securing absolutely everything in that path.
Yeah, it's true. All right, let's take a look what's going on here in the top path. Blossom at 4.5. That experience share, of course, going to be letting Santachi just level up a little bit faster. Serena needs to hit 6 in Pokemon Unite to be a real devastating force. Santachi on a great path to do so.
We see almost a full level differential between these 2 Snorlax in the top path, though, as Orangutan gains a little bit of the edge, kind of being rewarded for their switch off of Lissy here, it looks like.
Chobo gets their own berry this time, not stealing anybody else's, and Wraith is a little bit of ways away from the hyperspace hole, but Sacred Sword is able to dash them on the other side. Snorlax already down for the side of Orangutan, though.
Yeah, we see this Aegislash working towards that level 7. Zarina's important breakpoint is 6. Aegislash really needs 7 for that final evolution, with escaping through that Hoopa hole thanks to a focus band coming in clutch there.
There we go. Orangutan, the one starting off this fight. A big engage. The Heavy Slam knocks up 2. However, Astonish grabs 3 of them. A big boost, and the bees go over to the side of Orangutan.
There is an Aegislash evolution for No-Show there, but still not quite at Dragonite yet for that Hyper Beam at this burst objective spawning in 5 seconds here.
That's going to be a pretty big deal here. Solo sticking around in the top path, opting into getting this Vespiquen and Combees to try to level up a little bit more. They're even going to push Santachi and try to rob them of 6.
What an incredibly rude play here from Solo, being like, I'm going to work on these bees, you start your Audino, but I'm going to take the Audino too, as the first Dreadnought goes down here in the bottom path almost instantly.
It goes to Orangutan, so not only do they get the Dreadnought, they also keep them at Steenie.
We see some huge dunks going in here as we get down to just 6 points on this bottom path here.
Yes, exactly. No-Show leaving that goal zone at a very low amount so they can try to score a little bit of extra. Hyper Beam does not find it smart. They're able to escape, and Aegislash has Unite. They go in. KST brought down to a sliver of HP. Woollon finds the KO. Orangutan had a great couple of moments there around that objective, but No-Show coming to even the score.
Yeah, really showing the chase down ability of Aegislash with those boosted auto attacks cutting across your target here. We have a Hyper Beam go a little bit early, but the Rotom does still go over to No-Show there.
Yeah, I mean, S4L definitely understood the risks there. They had a no HP, and they stuck around. Solo at an incredible level 10 stat line right now. They are charging forward and getting so much damage done. Woollon has to play careful, even when they're at almost level 10 themselves.
Yeah, the Snorlax's block just so incredibly rude, pushing Orangutan back into No-Show's speed zone. They're kind of trying to trap them in there. We see a Unite move from Ice on this point. They really want this point off the board.
Yeah, and a full 5 down for No-Show. Orangutan siege on this goal zone here has paid off major.
This is huge.
And yeah, they're going to get even more goals here in the second tier goal zone. Orangutan getting this extremely good push. This game number 2 is looking spectacular from them.
Yeah, and this is why we saw them push that top point so aggressively. Before that 5-minute mark, there's no launch pad for No-Show to use to jump on their heads as they respawn off of that engagement. As we look down here, this Hoopa is level 7 for No-Show. It is so far behind what Orangutan has to bring to this engagement.
Level 7 and not even having an experience share to give them a bit of a passive. This time Hoopa is going to have their Unite move. They launch it down there on the beach. Now all of Orangutan is here to fight. A very aggressive Hoopa portal on the other side. First one that goes down is the Snorlax. Blossom is removed from the fight as Santonji keeps finding KO after KO. Aegislash just finds one of their own. Now the focus is down to Dreadnought. Another huge streak of KOs. Hoopa the only one not sent back to base, and they find themselves the second Dreadnought as well.
Look at just the incredible level disparity between these two teams right now. Level 13, level 12, level 11, and still level 8 on the No-Show side of the board here.
Yes, now No-Show's turn to try to find themselves a KO. The level disparity is huge, but when you knock out a Pokemon that large, you get a lot of experience back. Blossom all of a sudden in the double digits level of XP.
Yeah, and these knockouts matter more for Orangutan. When you hit these higher level Pokemon, you risk more when you get knocked out. We see Orangutan back away from this point going, okay, you got this. We're not going to give you more experience when you knock us out here.
That's true, and a lot of Unite moves baited out there. So now if they wanted to contest this Rotom, they're going to have no powerful Unite moves to do so. Orangutan having a couple of their own, but they're going to get it essentially for free. We could see a push with this Rotom because of how many Unite moves and the time on the clock.
Yeah, we'll see here. That 3-minute and 30-second mark, kind of that last opportunity to use your Unite moves and still have them back for the Zapdos engagement at the 2-minute mark. We can also see here, it looks like Orangutan is using this Rotom as a little bit of map pressure as they push in to run up the scoreboard at that bottom outside point.
Solo chooses KOs over map pressure, it seems, and they are going to charge in. A Unite move launches into the air, but a Kidnap from the Snorlax block brings them all the way back down. Solo takes so much damage. They get a little bit of shielding off of that stump, and they try to make it back to the Hoopa reset, and they do.
What a just incredible split push there from Orangutan. They got the 50 overcap almost in the bottom path, bringing their lead to 311 to 87, while this arena also escaped on the back of that well-placed Hoopa portal.
Now this has seemed to be kind of the identity of Orangutan so far. Look at that, the home goal zone is available. We've seen a couple of times them opt not into the Zapdos fight, but instead to score a ton of points in the home.
Yeah, we see both teams kind of looking at this Dreadnought No-Show, getting a very forward position. It'll be interesting, does Orangutan want to contest this third and final objective in the bottom path?
Yeah, it's interesting. No-Show having the lion's share of the property here. KSC gets a position. Now we have dueling dragons trying to set up their hyper beams. Great shutdown by Blossom to shut down the objective secure. They may go down, but they push everybody away from the team fight.
Yeah, this is really the power of Snorlax here. Both teams had a Dragonite, but one of the teams had a Snorlax that got that forward position and pushed out the opposing secure, giving Orangutan a clean objective there in the bottom path.
That's not the only position they got either. They have complete Zapdos position here, and they're going to take this fight early. Solo launches in Unite move into the Hoopa. They are removed from the game before they could use their Unite move. A quick little reset, hyperspace hole, and they're going to re-engage. A Hoopa Unite of their own to bring everybody just in case, and to give access to hyperspace Fury. A Unite move of their own tries to shut down the Dragonite, but SLT is going to get away for free.
We see this final objective. There's a big beam, and it goes over to Orangutan. The last and most important objective of the game are going to allow them to take their advantage and push it even further here. We might see 500 points here going in, Zoinks.
Yeah, I absolutely see. Let's see, maybe we have a tournament record-breaking scoreline about to be in front of us here. Orangutan currently at 711 points with 1 minute and 20 seconds left of the game. Ice hasn't even dunked in their points, and they are going to do so now.
Yeah, losing Zapdos, it doesn't always mean you automatically lose the game, but when you're already behind and the big bird goes in the favor of the opposing team, it's so difficult to come back at this point. That 500-point differential is kind of the mark of no return in competitive Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, a little bit of pad the stats action that we are going to see, but Orangutan with a huge bounce-back game. Like, I mean, gigantic. No-Show was winning the majority of that game number 1, but Orangutan looked incredible here in game number 2.
Yeah, we see No-Show looking to kind of position around the top, but again, even if No-Show deposited every bit of AOS energy they are currently holding, they would still be behind in this game.
Exactly. So now you're just keeping the hands warm, getting ready for game number 3. Our first game number 3 of the entire day. We're gonna have some competitive games here at Pokemon UNITE World Championships.
Yeah, these teams are just incredibly evenly matched throughout this entire series. Even in the first game that no-show won, Orangutan was in it down to the wire.
Exactly. Now, with Orangutan on that Blissey this time around, swapping into the Snorlax, it gives you access to things like that. Highlight reel plays, bring back my big generation #1 boy. I love me some Snorlax.
Yeah, just the things block allows you to do in terms of dictating the positioning of the enemy team